Entrepreneurship is not everyone's cup of tea. Entrepreneurship is a roller coaster ride. An entrepreneur needs nerves of steel. Every entrepreneur makes mistakes. I too have made my own share of mistakes. So when it comes to entrepreneurship, the key is going to be, in case you make a mistake, you learn from it. As much as possible, you learn from others' mistakes so that you don't invest your time, energy, and other resources in trying to fix or overcome those mistakes. So when it comes to entrepreneurship, there are several mistakes or a plethora of mistakes that any entrepreneur can make. Nevertheless, I'll be sharing 4 of those mistakes, or possibly 4 points which entrepreneurs can avoid or incorporate within their business mechanism to ensure that they create a business which is profitable as well as successful. The first point many entrepreneurs make is the lack of delegation. So many entrepreneurs assume or presume that in case they don't do something or they delegate a certain task, the quality or level of output would not be optimum. So that's a mistake which needs to be avoided. An entrepreneur needs to understand that no business can succeed and scale in case there is an absence of effective delegation. Somewhere, an entrepreneur would need to trust people and understand that people or team members can make mistakes. So you have to take that risk with people. Just like how we make mistakes as entrepreneurs, we also have to give our team members an opportunity to learn. So not delegating is going to lead to frustration. Possibly an entrepreneur can also get burnt out and stressed out. So a key for every entrepreneur should be to set up a strong team and delegate so that that entrepreneur can focus more on elements pertaining to strategy and ways on how the business can be scaled up. The second element is the absence of proper financial management. Most businesses fail because there is an absence of appropriate financial management. Now, when it comes to financial management, my assessment is it's not very complex. In case an entrepreneur just keeps tab on what is coming in the form of revenue and what is going out in terms of expenditure or costs, I think that's sufficient. Many entrepreneurs don't come from an accounting background. However, if you're able to manage the basics, that is the debits and the credits, I think that's definitely going to be worthwhile and sufficient. There is no need to get involved in too much of jargon or too much of analysis. Just keeping control on what is coming in and what is going out. Those 2 elements by itself can lead to proper financial management. The third element is the point pertaining to feedback. Many entrepreneurs do not like to obtain feedback or don't go an extra mile to obtain feedback. So they think that they know everything, they have the vision, they have devised the product or solution, so no one knows better or possibly doesn't have the passion as they do. So I understand every entrepreneur considers his product, solution or business his or her baby, and that's absolutely fine. However, one thing which is extremely vital for an entrepreneur is to exercise humility and also to have a keen ear to listen to feedback. Now, this feedback could be from customers, it could be from your team members, investors, suppliers, and all other people that the entrepreneur works with. So having the magnanimity to reach out to individuals who you work with and people around you to obtain feedback, that's going to be extremely vital. Building a wall around you and not accepting or listening to feedback, that's going to be counterproductive. Always have an open mind and an ear to listen and understand feedback, because it's feedback only which can enable you to do better. Of course, it also doesn't mean that every feedback which is given to you, you have to incorporate it. What you can incorporate it, what you assess is worthwhile, please incorporate it. And what you feel that cannot be incorporated now, you can do it over a period of time, or you think there's something which you cannot at all incorporate, you just leave it there. However, the ability to listen to people around you has to be there. So be it feedback on the product, the process, or whatever you can do to make people's lives easier or possibly take care of your people, all these points of feedback you will have to incorporate. That's going to be extremely vital. The final point, which is extremely vital for every entrepreneur, is to have a very clear, concise, and sharp go-to-marketing strategy. Understanding that the product or solution that an entrepreneur has devised is monetizable, it solves a certain problem, and there's also a level of scalability. So if these three elements are taken care of, what is extremely vital is to have a solid go-to-market strategy. Many organizations I have observed have failed because they don't have a very strong or robust marketing strategy, and that needs to be there. I have observed organizations with very basic or average products or solutions succeed because of a robust marketing strategy. At the same time, I've also observed businesses with a fabulous product or solution fail or wind up because of the absence of a strong go-to-market strategy. So it's going to be extremely vital to have a strong go-to-market strategy or marketing strategy overall, and the absence of it can impact an organization or business big time, because at the end of the day, a business is all about how you increase the revenue in addition to ensuring that you manage costs effectively. And in case you have a scenario where the costs are going to be continuously more than the revenue, the business would be adversely impacted, especially in case you're looking at a profitable form of doing business. So these are the 4 points which entrepreneurs can take into cognizance and mistakes that they can avoid. And these 4 mistakes are out of a plethora of mistakes which any entrepreneur, including me, has made or can make. So summarizing these 4 mistakes: 1, always ensure that you understand what the feedback of the customer is or people around you is. That's going to be extremely important. The second point is to ensure that there is financial management. The third point is ensure that you have a go-to-marketing strategy or a go-to-market strategy, which is extremely vital. And of course, also don't do everything by yourself. Look at delegating, because that's going to be extremely vital. So these are the 4 entrepreneurship mistakes which every entrepreneur should avoid. All the very best in your entrepreneurship journey. Thank you very much for your time.